Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Huddle for Friday, March 4th of 2022. And my name is Danilo Vargas, and I am the Small Business Innovation Manager in the Office of Mayor Daniela Levine Cava. And I'm really excited today because we have an excellent featured guest today. Her name is Pamela Fuertes, and she is from Miami-Dade College and is the director locally of the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses Initiative. And she's going to tell us not only about that program, but about another brand new program called 1 Million Black Women. And I'm really excited because you guys are among the first to hear about this. As always, the mission of the huddle is to keep you connected and informed. So if you're in the huddle, you're going to be in the know, okay? So that's the promise. That being said, I want to share some quick resources that you need to know about because we throw out a lot of resources out here and you need to know which ones are the ones that are going to make a difference in your business. So I want to make sure that you understand what that is. So let me go ahead and share my screen here real quick. And last week I was broadcasting live at the Urban in Overtown because we were gathered there with Mayor Levine Cava and also Mayor Suarez from the city of Miami and lots of other leaders. And we were there with the CEO of Wells Fargo, who announced that Wells Fargo is making a donation of $20 million to the minority-owned small businesses of Miami-Dade County, $20 million. And that funding is going to be administered by the Miami Foundation. So I promised you then that I would keep you in the loop of what's going on with that initiative, because I would love all of you guys to participate and make sure that you're part of this initiative to help small businesses, especially minority-owned small businesses that, as we know, have suffered so much because of COVID. So what I need you to do today, and I'll put these links in the chat box as the conversation continues. I need you to go to miamifoundation.org and visit their website. It's already live and they're already promoting this initiative. And when you click on here, learn more, you can learn more about what they're doing. They have set up an advisory group that's going to advise them on how to manage these assets for the community and for all of you. And you can connect with their email, right? If you have questions, they have an FAQ already ready for you. And I would suggest that everybody on this morning call get here and click on this, click here to receive updates about what's going on with this funding. They expect to give us another update, another major update about what's going on with this funding in the summer. So please stay in the know by being in the huddle, but also track it directly yourself through this email sign up, okay? So please check that out. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I'm gonna ask you guys, please put yourselves on mute so that I can focus and get through this presenting information. Thank you so much. The next thing is our friends at Catalyst Miami have a fantastic program that I want to make sure that you guys know about, okay? It's the Worker-Owned Enterprise Program. Imagine being an employee of a company where you're also the owner of that company. And so you can then elect to participate in all the decision-making of that company or enterprise, along with other folks that are employees, but also owners. This is an amazing opportunity, and Catalyst Miami is teaching anybody that's interested in this business model how to do it and how to do it right. So I encourage you guys to please check this out, and I'll put this in the chat box, but it's catalystmiami.org. As you know, Mayor Cava was the person that founded Catalyst Miami many years ago. And it's amazing to see all the great work that is still going on with this organization. So please check that out. And for the amazing thing about this program is that not only are they going to give you this great information on how to set up a worker-owned business, but they're going to pay you for it. They're going to pay you to learn. So you will earn $15 an hour for each session you attend. This is a fascinating model. It's been proven to work wonders in many communities because it allows more folks to participate in entrepreneurship and owning their own small business. And it tends to lower the risk, right? Because you're going in with other quote unquote partners who are also co-owners of the organization. I think it's a fascinating model. So please check that out. And then lastly, our good friends at Miami-Dade College and the Idea Center are already recruiting for their next Scale Up Miami cohort. And so it's going to start on April 21st, and they're extending the application deadline for any huddlers that still want to participate. What I love about this program is that, again, it's similar to the Miami Bayside Foundation's amazing training. And what I would say is they take you through kind of where your business is, and then growing your sense of focus and clarity about what you're doing in the marketplace. And at the end, it culminates in a pitching session. So it trains you how to pitch. And that's a good skill to have, even if you're not going to be in front of funders, but it's a good skill to have when you're pitching your business to a customer or a prospective customer, right? So these are valuable skills, and they'll train you on that. There is a cost to it of $650, but scholarships are available. And not only are you trained, you're part of this alumnus, right, of alumni that have graduated through this program. And so you're part of a community. And I love to see folks from prior cohorts still come back to these meetings sometimes and support the new recruits and encourage them. And so you're part of a family when you graduate from this. And I think that's pretty fantastic. So 3 great programs that I wanted you to know about. And remember, if you missed any of this information, we replay it on Miami-Dade TV's YouTube channel. And you can see past episodes of the Morning Huddle so that you're always in the know. You don't have to miss anything in case you're not able to make it with the live session, which I think is great because the live session is about connecting with our featured guest, right? And you only get that by being in the huddle, but you can get the info later. So that being said, let me introduce our featured guest for today. She is Pamela Fuertes, and leading the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program at Miami-Dade College is Executive Director Pamela Fuertes. In this capacity, Pamela serves as primary liaison between Miami-Dade College and the Goldman Sachs Foundation, Babson College, and ICIC, managing the local site team for the 10,000 Small Businesses program and engaging public and private partners, including nonprofit organizations, in an effort to help support and drive impact that leads to entrepreneurship-led economic development in our community. With a commitment to diversity, community, and developing programs that enhance an organization's mission, Pamela joined Miami-Dade College in 2019. She has a career in economic development that started at the Miami-Dade Beacon Council. Her professional career includes experience in the public and private sectors, including the city of Coral Gables, Language Speak, and Miami-Dade County. Pamela serves on the board of directors of the Arts and Business Council, the Organization of Women in International Trade, the Italy America Chamber of Commerce, and the Miami Scientific Italian Community. She is passionate about impacting change through community engagement. She has received awards, including the National Order of Merit with the rank of, I think I'll say this correctly, Chevalier by the Republic of France, and the World Trade Center of Miami's International Business Women Award. Pamela received her Associate in Arts from the Honors College at Miami-Dade College and a Bachelor of Arts and MBA in International Business from the University of Miami. Pamela is fluent in 4 languages: English, Spanish, Italian, and French. A native of Nicaragua, like myself, Pamela is proud to call Miami home. Pamela, help me, everybody. Welcome Pamela Fuertes to the Morning Huddle.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Danilo. When you asked me for the bio, I wasn't sure that you would go through the whole thing, but I appreciate it. And it's always heartwarming to be introduced by a dear friend and dear partner like you. So thank you.
Well, thank you
very, very much. I truly appreciate the opportunity to join everyone today at the Morning Huddle. I would like to say a very special hello to some of you in the audience that I know are great partners and friends. Marlon Hill, of course, being a longtime friend who I met when I was an intern at Miami-Dade County. And I served as a program assistant for the Miami-Dade Sister Cities program. And I believe we met, Marlon, when you were serving and perhaps still continue to serve on the Sister Cities Committee for Kingston, Jamaica. So with that, I'd like to say that I'm thrilled to be here. I really am. We appreciate Danilo's partnership and certainly the partnership of Mayor Levine Cava and her office. I think that one very important word that has come up repeatedly this morning is community. And community, I think, in many ways is the new cool. For many of us, we've always valued and understood the opportunity that we have to work as a community, to work in community with others. And I think that Miami-Dade County and South Florida are a wonderful case study for how community comes together. At this juncture, I'm with Miami-Dade College and I'm executive director of the Goldman Sachs. And for us, for both Miami-Dade College and the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program, community engagement is at the center of what we do. I'm fortunate to be able to do what I do to bring about impact and positive change in our community. And today what I'd like to speak about or to share with you is about the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program, as well as one of our new initiatives that is specifically designed for Black women entrepreneurs. Before I go into that, I'd like to acknowledge and wish everyone on the line a very happy International Women's History Month. Yes. I know that there are a number of events happening throughout the community. I attended the event this past Tuesday at Miami-Dade County, organized by the Commission of Women, and that was a wonderful event. And I look forward to many, many others. I'll be placing some links in the chat as I go, just for the sake of reference and information. I'll start off, I know, Danilo, you mentioned a number of different programs that are in the community. And that's, I think, in many ways what makes us so strong. Our program, starting with the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program, this is an initiative of the Goldman Sachs Foundation. And back in 2013, the Goldman Sachs Foundation said, you know what, I need to be in Miami. We need to be in Miami, and we need to help the small business community of South Florida grow and scale. This was back in 2013, where Miami was, of course, always growing and continuing to grow, but what we recognized then and where we are now confirms that our data indicated where we were going is, you know, that it's so important to be able to be of support to a community as diverse and as important as ours, that is truly a community of small businesses. So our program, the 10,000 Small Businesses program, is designed to help existing small businesses scale and grow their business. More than a program, it's an invitation to be part of a community of resources, a community of partners, and a community of true allies in the world of entrepreneurship. Our program has three components to it, if you will. One is the entrepreneurship component. We believe that one of the best ways that we can drive impact is by facilitating access to education, helping entrepreneurs understand how they can best apply, how they can best position, and how they can best grow their company. Entrepreneurship at times feels like a lonely sport, and it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. So our program is designed to be a point of reference for entrepreneurs, where as business owners, they are invited to understand and take a big picture of what their company, where their company is, and where they would like to position their company for growth, where the opportunities are. Our program welcomes the participation of small businesses from different industries. We do have some minimum requirements that I'm happy to share. One of them is that the company must have been in business for at least 2 years. Another one is that the company must have, at the very minimum, 2 full-time employees, including the business owner, and it must have annual revenues of $75,000 and above. So with that, that's the first part of our program. 14 weeks of entrepreneurship education that since the pandemic, it's been carried out virtually. We look forward to being able to do this in person. Our offices are at the Miami-Dade College campus, at Wolfson campus in downtown Miami. And once the program takes place over those 14 weeks, what we then do is we engage our small business owners to become part of our alumni network, a network of fellow 10,000 small businesses plus business owners throughout the community. and throughout the United States that can help them continue to do business, that can help them to continue to grow and just have a point of reference. The third part of our program is one that I'm very, very excited about. We launched it during the pandemic, actually, and that says a lot. The third part has to do with advocacy. We are firm believers that small business owners need a seat at the table and they need to share their voice. They are the ones that need to, all of you as business owners are the ones that need to have conversations with us, or public policy officials about what's important, whether it's workforce needs, whether it's access to credit or financing, whether it's about being able to export, whether it's about being able to access other resources. We want to hear about that. And so in support of that, and in an effort to elevate the voices of our 10,000 small businesses community, we now have an advocacy program that we engage all of our alumni in. In terms of our community, we believe, that we look at the long-term investment, and we are thrilled when we see our small business community thrive. More than 67% of the companies that participate in our program report an increase in revenues after just 6 months in the program. And more than 47% report the creation of new jobs, hiring of members of their workforce. And these to us are two very important indicators, because at the end, it's about being able to position small businesses to continue to grow, to continue to invest in our community, to create local jobs, and to continue to contribute and to continue to grow within our community. So that's a little bit of the 10,000 Small Businesses program. As mentioned, we've been at Miami-Dade College since 2013, and during this time, we've helped close to 700 businesses participate in our program. At this juncture, we've got one of our largest cohorts of small businesses, and the representation is very wide and diverse as our community.
Wow.
Applications for our program are ongoing. We are at this moment collecting applications for small business owners that would like to participate in our program starting in September of 2022. We look forward to that opportunity and welcome everyone to connect with us, to ask us how they can participate. I should also add that participation in our program is completely free of cost. It is underwritten by the Goldman Sachs Foundation and Miami-Dade College. And as business owners, the investment that you make is the investment of your time. But there are no registrations or enrollment fees or the like. It's completely free for small business owners as a service to our community.
That is awesome, Pamela. Thank you so much for sharing that. I want to open it up to a couple of questions, if anybody, before we move on to the next program. Is that okay, Pam?
Sure, absolutely. I'm sorry. Absolutely. Sounds great.
Great. Thank you. I had a question for you guys. If you want to chime in, please raise your hand. I'll pass you the mic. This is a conversation as always. I wanted to ask you, you've been working, I had a chance to be on the interview panel for the Goldman Sachs 10,000 on one occasion. And it was really impactful for me to see the caliber of small business owners that you have going through that program, who really are doing amazing things. In your participation in leading that effort for the last several years, what has impacted you the most about your experience with these entrepreneurs?
Thank you for that question, Danilo. I think, I have to say that I think these past 18 months have been the most impactful, given the pandemic and just given how courageous entrepreneurs have been. I'm inspired by our entrepreneurs every day. When I hear about them, when I hear about how they're growing. Case in point, there's one company that all of you may know. It's called Old Bull Athletics. It's owned by a gentleman called Frankie Telfort. He's based in Coral Gables, and at the moment he's expanding. He's opening his second facility somewhere in the South Dade area. He was one of those that he has a healthcare fitness center. And he had to pivot really quickly when businesses were not able to operate. And he was able to do that successfully. And not only was he able to do that successfully, but he also expanded his business during the pandemic and is now further expanding by opening another facility. So that to me is something that is just truly remarkable. Another one of our entrepreneurs is a woman-owned business. She manufactures breadsticks. And, she was in the process of saying, how am I going to manage all of this growth? How am I going to manage all of this demand? And she really dug in deep and looked at what her processes and procedures were and what she was doing, what she could do differently. And she's now in the process of expansion here in our community as well. So that's also very, very encouraging. Another one of my favorites entrepreneurs, and of course we love all of our alumni the same way. Another one is one wonderful founder of the first Black art show here in South Florida. And I had known her many years ago, and we connected when I started here. And she is just expanding and growing and thriving immeasurably. And it's just wonderful because she's making an impact through, of course, her entrepreneurship, but also making an impact through all of the beautiful art that she curates and all of the beautiful engagement. And so that for me is extremely satisfying. And I'm very, very encouraged by each and every one of our entrepreneurs.
It's just the courage, right? The courage and creativity that they exhibit. The
courage, the creativity, the resilience. But more so than that, I think, it's the vision. And it's the commitment. So we talk about resiliency a lot, but I think that's a given. It's the vision. These folks, our entrepreneurs, come in and they know where they want to go, and they know what they want to do, and they know that we're onto something great in this community. They've done the hard work. They've been in business for 2+ years. They've got members on their team. And it's that vision and that drive that keeps them focused. And, I think it's something also important to say that they do this because this is what their passion is. And so many of our entrepreneurs, you can see this passion and you can see the heart that they put into everything that they do. And that's really what we look at. We're fine. We look at the numbers. Yes, of course, we understand there's highs and lows. But what we want to do is we want to create impact in this community and we want to be a true partner. And when we see our entrepreneurs working with so much heart and passion and respect for each other and for our community, it's just, you can't ask for anything better than that.
Wow, that's powerful. You said vision, commitment, drive, focus, heart, passion, some of the ingredients that it takes to be successful. So that's powerful, Pamela. Thank you. I'm going to go to Miss Andrea and then Makiba with questions or comments. Miss Andrea?
Thank you. And thank you, Pamela, for that amazing information. I'm inspired myself. And I've heard of this program, but my question is more around the training. Is the training done in a group setting? Is it more one-on-one consulting? And you mentioned 14 weeks. How often do they meet?
Thank you for that. So our program is based off of a peer-to-peer model, and it's facilitated by Babson certified faculty. Our program has we take a look at 9 specific modules, we call them, 9 specific topics. So everything from, of course, financing, to marketing and selling, to understanding what the levers are as a leader, how you can encourage and really inspire your team, how you can lead, finding what is the opportunity within your business and sort of thinking big picture. And so what we do is through our curriculum, we walk our entrepreneurs, we guide our entrepreneurs through those really important steps to being successful as an entrepreneur. Our curriculum is developed by Babson College, and the program meets weekly. We meet weekly at this juncture as we're doing this virtually. We meet for 2 hours on Mondays and an hour and a half on Fridays in the morning. We have a very set, structured schedule, which is just part of what makes this program that much more impactful, and that it's very steady, it's very structured, it's very it's designed, if you will, to be part of that experience. And then throughout the week, we have members of our team who are business advisors that really help guide each of our entrepreneurs through the program and through the curriculum. We also have one-on-one hours with our faculty so that our entrepreneurs can meet with faculty and sort of dig in deeper into something that was discussed during the class, if you will, that they may have questions about. And really, it's just 14 weeks of peer-to-peer partnership. And we believe that, as entrepreneurs, learning from each other is just as important as well. But a lot of our entrepreneurs, when the program concludes, they say, I wish it wouldn't stop, because what they find is that they built a network of support, of mentors, of facilitators, and of folks that really, truly understand and appreciate them as small business owners.
Thank you, Ms. Andrea, for the question. And Pamela, that explains why you take such care to pick each cohort, right? Because you create that experience.
Our approach is very curated and inclusive. So it's not about whether the small business is, the most successful, thriving small business. It's really just about understanding the business owner and understanding his or her vision for their business and their commitment to growing their business. So yes, we do. Participation in our program is truly an invitation into the 10,000 small business community. And many of our alumni say, you know what, we're so proud to be part of this community because it's a community of understands and supports.
We're going to go next to Ms. Makiba. Ms. Makiba?
Hi, good morning, Daniela. Thank you so much. Good morning, Pamela. Thank you for your time, and everyone on the call speaking with us this morning. My question is around the application process. Are there any tips you'd like to offer? And I know you spoke a lot about just, our passion as small business owners and how we can best sort of approach the application process for the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Makiba, for that question. So our application process is pretty straightforward. It does have two parts to it. The first is just basic information about you and your business, name and website, and so on. At that juncture, our team will contact you and will be in touch with you to thank you for your interest and then request follow-up information. That includes some of the company financials and includes, your certificate of incorporation, some of the documents, if you will, just to make sure that we have everything in place. The financial documents are required just to have a baseline understanding of where the business is. It's not a credit check. It is not a, let's see if this person financially it does have a thriving business or not. It's just to have a form of background. Something that we do throughout the program is we check in. We check in because we would like to understand, okay, when you started with this program, you had 2 full-time employees and one part-time employee, and your revenues were, 5,000, whatever, 75,000. Great. We use that just as baseline to be able to gear how we can best help support you and the business once you're participating in our program. So our application process has that 2 parts, and then it concludes with an interview that for now we're doing this virtually, but it's really just an opportunity for us to get to know you, introduce ourselves as well, and introduce you to other members of the community that we ask to be part of the panels. And it's pretty, I would say, straightforward. And we're always more than available to be of support and help walk you through the application process. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out at any time to me. I'm happy to walk you through that. I'm happy to have our team walk you through that as well, so that the application process is in no way intimidating or a deterrent.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, indeed. And that's the power of the huddle. I love it because now everybody in this call is connected to this great leader that we have as our featured guest today. So that's what I get excited about these sessions. And that being said, I'm going to go next to Marlon Hill, who has been with me on this huddle journey from day one, guys. He's been a supporter. We're almost turning 2 years old of the Huddle, because this started when the quarantine began in March of 2020. So I can't believe it's been almost 2 years. Marlon, how are you?
Good morning, Danilo. Forgive me for not being on video. I'm in transit, but it's great to see Pamela. We both grew up in this town together in different ways, and it's just awesome to see her blossoming in this way. The question that I have for you, Pamela, is many times in government or in nonprofit circles, when someone gets something, with all due respect to all of us, for free, we don't take it as seriously. So assuming that all the businesses that are on this call and their friends are going to sign up to be a part of the cohort, what should a business owner do to prepare herself to get the most out of this program when it starts and when it to the very end? How should they prepare themselves personally and their business?
Well, thank you, Marlon. Thank you very much for that question. I think it's a very timely question. And thanks for all your support. It means a lot. I know that, I don't know if you see us, but I put some emojis on my screen as you were speaking, so thank you. I'll have to say that one of the things that I think is most important is that every business owner that takes the time to apply, whether it's to our program or to any other in the community, please, we realize that time is precious. We realize that you're managing a lot. Please give yourselves the investment of time. Truly dedicate time to being actively participant and actively engaged in our program. At our program, we do stress that quite a bit. Of course, we understand things come up. We understand that emergencies and so on happens, but we do from the very beginning establish a level of expectation that is required, right? Because it's important to be participant. It's important to be actively engaged. And it's a program that's designed to be of support. So no one works independently. We work together as a group, as a community, as a cohort, and we match our entrepreneurs with other entrepreneurs in the community. And that's sort of by design, because we want to help build that community for you. And we want to help facilitate that access to other business owners that may one day may be a prospect client for you, or one day may be a mentor, or one day may be a partner. And so I think, Marlon, your question is very on point. It's about really dedicating time to the program and learning how to benefit from it. So it's sort of, I don't know, I think of it sort of like if I'm taking a personal trainer, I'll make sure that I'm there, that I show up, that I'm keeping up with all of the requirements, because otherwise the experience will just not be as productive as we want. And what we want is for this to be a truly productive experience, and a very rewarding one as well. And that's what we find. We'll do you can count on us to be of support to you every step of the way. We have the best faculty, we have the best business advisors, and we've got the best program, that is really dedicated to every need. And I can tell you what we also do is if we find that it's not the right fit, or we find that you contact us and maybe it's, there's we're happy to direct you to other programs as well. But first and foremost, we invite everyone to consider ours and to participate, because as I said, it's truly an invitation to a greater community of small business advocates and partners.
Thank you, Marlon, for the question. And I think Ms. Tyra had her hand up. Ms. Tyra, did you want to say something?
No, that was an error. Thank you, though.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So that was in a nutshell, the 10,000 Small Businesses Program, which is led by Ms. Pamela Fuertes and the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses Initiative. Now I understand, Pamela, that there is a new program.
Yes, Danilo, thank you so much. And this is a national program as well. And, one of the things that the Goldman Sachs Foundation is really attuned to is being sensitive to the needs of our community. And one of the things that we're committed to is helping at all times all minority businesses succeed. I mean, when our program was first developed in 2008, At the very center of our program, we are here to help support minority-owned businesses. And we're here because we know that Miami-Dade County and South Florida are one of the most diverse communities in the United States. And for that reason, our presence and investment is here. What the foundation has also now done, based on research, is launched a new initiative called Black in Business. And it's a wonderful program that I'm really thrilled to talk about. And Danilo, thank you for the invitation to brief your community about this program, because I think it's a true game changer. It's a program that's designed specifically for Black women owners and solopreneurs. So a little bit different from our 10,000 Small Businesses program, which is open to absolutely everybody. The Black in Business program is really designed for women solopreneurs. So for women that have Black women that have established their business with a minimum of 1 year ago, and maybe it's just her that has been hard at work at building her business and would like to know how she can grow her business. And so the Goldman Sachs Foundation has launched this program called Black in Business. Applications are open as we speak. The deadline to apply is March 15th. And in the chat, I've included some information, the link with more information to this program. The program will take place virtually with an invitation to the Goldman Sachs headquarters in New York for orientation and for closing. It's a 12-week program. Participation is free of cost, and it's really designed for Black women solopreneurs. You know, in looking at the research, one of the things that the Goldman Sachs Foundation found is that Black women are underrepresented in business ownership. Black women own less. They make up roughly 6% of the US population, but own just 2% of employer businesses. Black women also have less access to capital. Their research confirms that Black women continue to face credit market challenges that create barriers to business ownership. There's obviously a very strong personal finances gap as well. And so there's also financial information or access to financial information gap that contributes to the financial wellness gap. And there's also, regrettably, a very high level of bias and discrimination. So this program is designed because we feel that entrepreneurship is one of the best ways to help close these gaps. And so for this reason, this program just launched about 10 days ago. I would be thrilled to see a number of small businesses, Black women solopreneur businesses from South Florida to participate in this program. It will be the first cohort starting in April of this year. And I can tell you that all of us are so dedicated to be making sure that this program is successful. And for that reason, you know, I encourage you to take a look at the link. There's a lot of information about the program. The application process is very straightforward, and it's really designed for, you know, the Black woman solopreneur that is based anywhere in the United States. This is not just exclusive for companies based in South Florida or Miami-Dade County. It's for companies all over the United States, and we encourage you to take a look at the link and feel free to connect with any questions you may have.
Hey, Pamela, and I'm letting everybody know, if you have a question about this amazing program, please raise your hand. I'll pass you the mic. That being said, may I share the link, Pamela?
Please.
Let me put it on screen real quick, because I think I want folks to be able to see it and visualize it. I was very touched by the analysis, Pamela, that Goldman Sachs made about the impact on both the contribution that these amazing women can make, and also how they're facing so many biases in our society that therefore impede their ability to contribute to their fullest. So I was really touched by that. And here's the page. And there's a video and there's some more information on this program. But I wanted to ask you, can you talk a little bit more before I pass the mic about the type of investments that are being made, how's the capital that's being made available structured?
Thank you so much. So the 10,000 Small Businesses program is an initiative of the Goldman Sachs Foundation. And that's something that has been part of the foundation since 2008 when it first launched. As a program, we've now reached and now exceed our 10,000 mark. Actually, we reached and exceeded the mark during the pandemic. And many folks thought, oh no, if we reached our 10,000, does this mean the program doesn't conclude, the program concludes or in no way, shape, or form is that the case. We are more committed than ever to small businesses and the success of small businesses. And so our program of our 10,000 small businesses program is there. We're actively engaged. And actually, Danielle, I'll take an opportunity. I'll send my contact information again, but if there's anyone who would like to connect with me or with our team to help inform your respective organizations or groups or businesses, foundations, communities about our program, please let us know. We are actively available and looking for ways to really expand our visibility and our reach. The investment that Goldman Sachs has made has been a long-term investment. We are a grant-funded program, but given where we are in the community and given our impact, we want to help bring more small businesses to our 10,000 small businesses community. Thank you for bringing up that slide, Danilo. During the pandemic, one of the other initiatives launched by the Goldman Sachs Foundation is the 1 Million Black Women Initiative. And one of the results of that initiative is the Black in Business initiative that I just spoke about. They really took a look at, how can we be responsive? How can we be supportive? And how can we help direct some of the resources of the foundation to make an impact in our community? So at this juncture, that impact is in many different ways. Certainly one through the partnership with Miami-Dade College and our 10,000 Small Businesses program. During the pandemic, the Goldman Sachs Foundation also made available monies for small businesses to apply for financial resources during the pandemic. And now it's launched this initiative, Black in Business, which is an investment nationwide to help Black women solopreneurs. In addition to the investment, there's a lot of research. As you can appreciate, we measure and sort of look at different data points all throughout. And that's something that we appreciate because, of course, we can see how are we being impactful and how can we sort of gauge our community's needs a little bit. And so we do track where we are, and we know that there's a lot of opportunity here in our community to be of support. We've got a very research arm as well. Oh, I'm sorry, Daniela.
No, go ahead. You were going to talk about research. That's exactly my question as well.
Yeah, very strong research. I would invite all of you. I placed it in the chat. There's a wonderful report on Black womenomics, and these past couple, and it speaks specifically about the importance of investing in women in businesses owned by Black women. So really important. I would invite all of you to take a look at it and consider it a resource. We are also very, very passionate about supporting women entrepreneurship in general. We know that women during what organization, I'm happy to take some of the questions in the chat. What I can say is that there's a lot of research on our website, and we'll be happy to help facilitate any of that information. We're passionate about helping minority-owned businesses, women-owned businesses across the board. And speaking about the importance of women in entrepreneurship is something that I've now been actively doing for the past, I would say, 6-7 months, because women all across the board were so affected by the pandemic. And so whether we had our own businesses or whether we had other responsibilities, it's important to help support women entrepreneurship. And our program speaks to that as well through the research that we have. But I did want to share information about the Black in Business, as that's the newest initiative launched. And then, of course, the 10,000 Small Businesses program, because that's something that is here and available for everyone to be actively engaged. I do see a question. So
yes, let's go ahead and address it. Yes.
So completing the app now, what organization should I credit? You can absolutely add Miami-Dade College. or Miami-Dade College 10,000 Small Businesses, and they'll be pleased to know. Another question, do you have a specific program for women that are not Black? Yes, our 10,000 Small Businesses program is for men, women of all backgrounds, diverse, all backgrounds, industries, sizes. So absolutely, please feel free to contact me for more information, to visit our website, and we will be happy to help support that as well.
Fantastic. And guys, let me know, raise your hands. I'll pass you the mic if you have a comment or a question. This is such an interesting program. I think you're right, Pam. This is could be game changing.
Absolutely. Right? Yeah. And that's really what it's all about. You know, Danilo, it's about really, truly helping impact our communities as best as possible. And, you know, this is just the beginning. This for us is a long-term commitment, and we're going to be looking at other ways. We're already, you know, doing other community engagement opportunities throughout the community, such as this forum today, and we invite many other opportunities as well. I see one question. So no, the minimum, just in response to the question in the chat, minimum for participation in the 10,000 small businesses, excuse me for speaking while I type, is 75,000. Not 2 million. No, not at all.
75,000, that's right.
In fact, before the pandemic, our minimum requirement was that the small business have revenues of 150,000, but knowing that the pandemic affected all small businesses, we changed that requirement to 75,000. So if you're a small business that has a minimum of 75,000 in revenues, please apply to our program and consider this an opportunity to position your company for growth.
Excellent. Ms. Stacy, did you have your hand up? I saw it briefly. Did you want to chime in?
Yes, hi, Danilo, thank you. I just wanted to make a quick comment. Thank you so much for your presentation this morning, and thank you to Goldman Sachs for considering small businesses, minority-owned businesses. Thank you for taking the time to do such an in-depth analysis, and it's definitely going to go a long way into supporting the small business community. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Well, thanks to you. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate your kind words, and as mentioned, we're here to be of support to you as best we can. So please feel free to reach out at any time.
Great, thank you so much for that. And next is Ms. Kinesia. You're on mute, Ms. Kinesia.
There I go. Good morning, everyone. Pamela, you blessed me today. Let me tell you why. Because it's Women's Month and I'm a Black woman. Thank God for that. Okay, so I want to just say to you, I'm on the website right now, and I just wanted to do kind of like a soft inquiry in regards to requirements. Are there any type of specifications to what we need, or do we just apply, fill out the questions? Are there any caps on annual salary on how much we make or how much revenue? What, you know, just briefly, if you're able to just some bullet points on what we need to have for this program.
Sure, thank you. Well, which of the two programs would you be referring to, Kanisha?
I am referring to the 1 Million Black Women program, okay, so Black in Business.
The Black in Business, okay. So the only requirement there is that the company be owned by a Black woman solopreneur.
Okay.
And other than that, that your company must have been in business for a minimum of 1 year, and that it be legally incorporated, and that you have all of your licenses and so on, if you will, tax ID numbers in place.
Okay. Oh, that was awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Made simple. Thank you, Pamela.
And that was the idea. That was the idea. The idea behind the application process for the Black in Business is that Goldman Sachs Foundation understands that you know, as a solopreneur, there's a lot going on. And so it's important to just capture what's important to help make the recommendation.
Fantastic. Thank you again, Ms. Giovanna, and then Ms. Rita.
Yes, so my name is Giovanna, and I am really grateful to hear all these amazing things, Pamela. Thank you so much for your for the information and for you showing up here and doing what you do. Amazing. I'm a Hispanic woman. I am not of the Black community, but I am really, really happy that this is happening for our sisters and for our community because, you know, if we lift each other and if we all do better, then we all feel better. We all grow together. So I am so happy if I can share with anybody that I know that is a Black woman in business. Guys, take advantage and let's lift each other because our community will be that much better when we all grow together. It's just amazing. What happens is just it's lifting women up. It's lifting our community up as we learn to be more business savvy and we get educated. Things change. Our children change. Our community changes. Everything gets elevated. And so this is amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Thank you, Giovanna. Thank you for your time and your kind remarks. I think you're right. There's a very, this is about building each other up and about really, truly helping support each other. Everything that we do is in the spirit of access, of facilitating access and of building community and leading with heart and really making a difference. Bringing everybody together and really being inclusive. We're really truly dedicated to this, and that's why our Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program is with Miami-Dade College. So many times I'm asked, so what's the connection? Do you work for MDC or do you work for the Goldman Sachs Foundation? My role is sort of dual, but I am a representative of Miami-Dade College, as Miami-Dade College is the official academic partner of the 10,000 Small Businesses program with the Goldman Sachs Foundation. And so for us, you know, and many of you have perhaps seen, and on the topic of women, there's so much being discussed right now and so much that we are living. I mean, this is a historic moment in so many different ways. Some ways that we just wish these things had never happened. In some ways, we have to capture the importance of today. And when we see women in leadership, this is something that gives us so much hope and gives us so much encouragement. The fact that we have a woman, the first woman mayor of Miami-Dade County, the first woman mayor, president of Miami-Dade College. And I'm sure that if we go around the room, we will find that we are each the first to do what we are doing. But what's important is that we keep doing what we're doing and we try to build each other up and we try investing in each other, investing in our businesses, in our families, and in our communities. And so, you know, perhaps it's all of these messages about International Women's Month. And perhaps it's just a lot of that, but I think that I'm very, very inspired. And I, for one, have never been more proud to be a woman than today. And I've never been more proud to do what I do than I am today, because it's about helping everybody and about helping everyone, women, men, in whatever background and whatever, you know, whatever drive there is. It's about being able to facilitate everything that entrepreneurship offers to help our community and to help us grow.
Powerful. Thank you, Giovanna. Thank you, Pamela. That was so inspirational. I'm sure everybody felt that. We're running almost out of time, so I'm going to go to Ms. Retha and then to Mr. Craig. Ms. Retha?
Yes, I have one quick question. For your Black in Business Women's Program, you mentioned solopreneur, but if you have a business that you have a partner and it's 2 Black women, would that exclude you from participating?
Sorry, I muted myself. No, it would not exclude you from participating. So please apply and let the application process guide you. But no, it would not. It would not. I would also say that the program is also open to Black women from other communities as well. So whether it's, you know, Hispanic Black or Caribbean Black, whatever the case may be, please, the 10,000, the Black in Business is for that. To the
I will, if I can get this information from Danilo. I have an extensive database of information that I send out to the community. So if I'm going to put my email address in the chat. So if you would share that with me, I will go ahead and send that out to my database.
Pamela, you're on mute.
Oh, thank you again. So thank you. That sounds lovely. That sounds lovely. Thank you very much.
Excellent, Ms. Rita. Thank you so much for that. And I'm going to go next to Craig. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning, good morning, Pamela. Just quick, I didn't miss it, and maybe other people this would help as well. Could you please repeat the application deadlines for both programs?
Okay,
For the
so, thank you so much. So for the Black in Business has an application deadline of March 15th. And I bring that one up first because it's the closest deadline coming up. So in 12 days, 11 days, what's the 4th today? So 11 days, please make sure that you've submitted your application. Please make sure that you have answered the questions and done that. For the 10,000 Small Businesses Program, our application for the next cohort, which would start in September, is not until the end of June. So for that, there is a little bit more time, but please, I would encourage you to start applying. Just start with the first step. It's very basic. What's your website? What's your address? What's your, what's your industry? Because the sooner we can start speaking with you about your interest, we can then start requesting some of the other information that you may have readily available, or you may just be in the process of finalizing with your accountant for whatever reason. I know, a lot of times it's about the balance statement or some type of financial document that requires a little bit more time, but don't let that be a deterrent. Just start the process and we'll guide you through that to help facilitate it.
Say June for the 10,000 business and March Black woman?
Yes. So for Black in Business, March 15th. For 10,000 small businesses, June 1st.
Thank you.
Thank
you, Craig. And that'll have to be it, Pamela. Let's give her a big round of applause, guys. That was amazing information.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Pamela, we on behalf of everybody in the huddle, we want to thank you from our hearts for all the great information that you shared and all the great work that you're doing with Miami-Dade College and Goldman Sachs. I think this is a great opportunity. I'm so glad that we had a great turnout here today in the huddle. Any last words, Pamela, that you want to share with these great small business owners and leaders?
Thank you for that, Danilo. And you know what, my heart is full, so thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity to meet everybody. I hope to be able to do this in person. Danilo, you are more than welcome to host a huddle at Miami-Dade College in person anytime you'd like.
Thank you.
All of you are more than invited to come and visit us at Miami-Dade College. I'll close on that. Please know that at MDC, at Miami-Dade College, we're here to help you in the community, and we have a number of resources available. The 10,000 Small Businesses is one of them. Scale Up is another, but we've got other entrepreneurship programs and workforce programs and programs and technology, which I'm sure you've read quite a bit about in the newspaper. And just please keep us front and center. We are your community resource, and feel free to connect with us at any time so that we can be of support to each of you. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Pamela. What a great celebration of women. What a great celebration of possibilities for everyone in this call. So with that, please join us next. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
On March 10th, we're having a morning program celebrating women firsts. Okay, that's the theme. Our president, Madeline Poriega, is hosting a fireside chat with the Consul General of the UK. And we've invited Miami-Dade County Commissioner Danielle Cohen-Higgins, of course, our very own mayor as well. And it's going to be a wonderful program where we celebrate women first. I'll send you the link to that, Danilo, and if you can then send the invitation to everyone, we would welcome everyone to join us.
Thank you so much. I'll share that in the newsletter that you guys get every week. So that being said, thank you, Pamela, so much. Again, you're awesome. We're big fans. And guys, join us next, and ladies, join us next Friday as we do another morning huddle with another great leader in the community, so you can connect with that person as well and take advantage of all these great things that are happening in our community. It's really a great time to be a small business owner. And I know we've been through a lot, but if we stick together in this community, we're going to make a lot happen. So thank you so much. I will see you next time.